of plant classification. To show these basics of plant classification or the criteria of plant classification, we will plot a general plot of the plant classification. Plants are divided into two parts, that is cryptogams and phanerogams. What is the basic criteria for this classification? Here the flowers or the seeds are clearly visible and these are not clearly visible. Therefore the classification is like this: cryptogamas and phanerogams. Cryptogams means, cryptos means hidden. Cryptos means hidden. And gamos means gamete producing organ. So the gamete producing organs are hidden. They are not visible, clearly visible. But in phanerogams, the gamete producing organs or the sex organs are clearly visible. Therefore the group phanerogams. Now these cryptogams are again divided into three parts. Thalo or thallus means the body which is not having organs. No organs in the body. Therefore these are known as thallophyta. Next is bryophyta. In this bryophyta, bryos means dual mode of life. That means these plants are amphibious. And then next is the pteridophyta. In this pteridophyta, these plants are first terrestrial plants. They are living on the land, that means on the soil. And next one is the another subkingdom is phanerogams. Now this phanerogams is divided into two parts or the two groups: gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnos means the seeds, sperms, that is the seeds, are naked. And angios means covering. Seeds are covered with the ovary or fruit. These are known as angiosperms. And again, these angiosperms are divided into two groups: dicotyledone and monocotyledone. In dicotyledone, seeds having two cotyledons. And in monocotyledone, seed is with single cotyledon. First is division number 1, thallophyta. What is this thallophyta? Thallophyta meaning is thallus like body and phyta means plant. The plant which is having thallus like body. What is this thallus like body? This means that these plants will not show differentiation of organs. Differentiation of organs is not visible. That means these plants will not show true roots, they will not show true stems, they will not show true leaves, etc. No such organs will be observed in these plants. They have chlorophyll pigments, but the differentiation of organs is totally absent. Body of the plant is known as thallus, and all the organisms are in this manner. Therefore these plants are known as thallophyta. And the example of these plants, example is Spirogyra, Chara, Chlorella, then Ulothrix, etc. The examples of plant thallophyta: this is Ulva, this is Chara, this is Spirogyra, where the chlorophyll pigmentation is in coiled manner, hence the name Spirogyra. These are the examples of thallophyta division. Next division of the plants in cryptogams is division 2, bryophyta. Bryophyta plants are known as amphibious plants. That means they are living both in aquatic form and also on the land. They require soil for their growth, but they require water for their sexual reproduction. For the reproduction process only they require water. Therefore, their life mode is of dual type. That means amphibious life form is there. They also will not show the differentiation of organs, but in some higher bryophytes, maybe some developed organ-like structures will be observed like this. There may be a root-like structures. Root-like structures which are called as rhizoids. They may bear stem-like structures. They may bear leaf-like structures. But no true leaves. The examples of these plants, that means the bryophytes, is number 1, Funaria, then Rixia, then Marchantia, then next one is Anthoceros, etc. And these may be observed in the rainy season on the wet bricks. Division Bryophyta are shown here. This is the example of Funaria. The root-like rhizoids are present here, which are attached to the substratum, to the moist bricks, etc. These are the leaf-like parts which are growing in upward direction, but up to about 5.5 centimeters. This is the stalk, at the end of which there is the capsule is attached, which is having the spores. This is the Marchantia plant, which is having the rhizoids again. This is the leaf-like green part. This is the stalk, and at the apex there is the capsule. This is the Anthoceros. Leaf-like part is spread on the surface of the substratum, and the upper tapering parts called capsule are clearly visible. Now the next part is the division 1 in the phanerogams is gymnosperms. What do you mean by gymnosperms? As I have earlier stated, gymnos means open or naked, and sperms means seeds, the plants in which the seeds are open, that means not covered by the fruit or ovary. Such organisms are called as the plants are called as the gymnosperms. Many of the fruits you have seen in that fruit covers the seed, but some plants are there in which fruit is not developed, but only seed is directly attached to the plant. These plants are known as the gymnosperms. These are evergreen plants. मराठीमध्ये त्याला आपण सूचीपर्णी सदाहरित वनस्पती म्हणूया, असे असतात. Also, these are with the male plant and female plant. Male plant and female plant both are separate. There is differentiation between the male and female plants. Single sex is present in a single plant. Also, they will show the presence of cones. Cones are the reproductive organs, that means it is a flower. Male plant will contain male cone, and female plant will contain female coat. Male plant will have microsporophyll and female plant will contain megasporophyll. And this megasporophyll is nothing but the seed, and this seed can be seen externally attached to the. Examples of these gymnosperms are Cycas plant, Picea, then next is Thuja, which we know as Morpankhi in Marathi, Pinus, etc. Now, the next division in subkingdom Phanerogams is angiosperms. Here, angios means cover or covering, and sperm means seeds. Sperm means seeds. That means the seeds are covered with the ovary, or seeds are covered with the fruit. The common examples of these plants is various types of fruit plants, guava, mango, hibiscus rosa, dicotyledons, and another one is the monocotyledons. Meaning is, di means two, cotyledons means the two parts of the seeds. These are called as the cotyledons. Therefore, the seed is with two cotyledons, and here the seed is with single cotyledon, one cotyledon only. Okay, these examples of these cotyledons are mango, tamarind, and higher plants which are branched trees. And here monocotyledons are maize, jowar, wheat, sugarcane, then banana tree, onion, etc. What is here? We can see the difference between the dicotyledonous plants and monocotyledonous plants. The points of differentiation are appearance of the seeds. Seeds are with two cotyledons, and in monocots seeds are with single cotyledon. Next is root is well developed in dicotyledonous plants. Therefore, they have the primary root system, that is taproot system is there, and here in monocots they have fibrous roots. In dicotyledonous plant, the stem is strong, hard, just like the banyan tree. This is the example. Many other plants are also there, but here example given is banyan tree. Here the stem of the monocot plant is hollow. Example is of bamboo. False stem is just like that of the banana, disc like that of the onion, like this. Now, leaf in the dicotyledonous plants is with reticulate venation. Leaves of the monocotyledony plant is with parallel venation. Flowers with 4 or 5 parts in the whorl or in the multiple of 4 and 5. That means either flower is tetramerous or pentamerous. And in monocotyledony plants, the flowers are with 3 parts, that means 3 whorls. That means in the multiple of 3. Therefore, the condition is known as flowers are trimerous. A typical example of a dicotyledone plant. In this dicotyledone plant, you can view the roots here. This root is a taproot system. You can see here taproot system. One primary root is there, and that primary root is branched and rebranched to give the other small branches, just like as shown here. Main root system is there, main root is here, and that main root is divided into other branches. This is the taproot system, and this is the characteristic of dicotyledone plants. Next one, another type is of monocotyledone plant, and here there is the example shown here. Here there is a grass. A plant of grass is captured here, and here the roots are fibrous. No primary root system is there. All the roots are fibrous, directly arising from the stems. This is fibrous root system in monocots. Next is in dicotyledone plants, the leaf is with reticulate venation. What is the meaning of reticulation? Reticulation means a network. You can clearly see here the network is shown. The veins are giving the branches, and rebranch system is there, and due to which we can see the reticulate structure of the leaves. Okay. If we cut these plants laterally like this, it will get cut along the rib, along the vein like this. Like this. Okay. Irregular, it get irregularly tiered. Then here there is an example of hibiscus, which is the example of a dicotyledone plant. The petals are 5 in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentamerous flower. This is the example of pentamerous flower. Okay.